Hi guys, it's been a while. It has been a while. However, I am coming on here to give you guys a collective reading. Something just told me to sit here and just start doing a reading, so I'm just honoring that. So whoever gets this message is here for you. Remember to only take what applies. That's a very standard thing when you listen to any message from any reader. Okay, remember we're reading for the collective, so there's going to be a theme that's usually tying everyone into the channel, but remember to take what resonates with you. Okay, on this channel, when I say my prayers, I always ask for the best possible timeline for those that I'm reading for. Okay, is there anything? There was a theme before I started pressing record. There was a theme about ego, pride, okay, and something about shame. Okay, so shame and pride are on the same frequency. They're on the same level, but they're different polarizations of each other, so they're opposites of one another. So with that being said, you just kind of want to land in the middle, right? You don't want to be too prideful, but you also don't want to be walking in shame. Okay, remember, everything that you've done in your life is to allow your own soul ascension and for you to gain lessons in this life. Okay, stay grounded was another one. Yep, and you're living your life absent of fear. Those were the messages before I start pressing record, but let's get into the messages for the collective read. Thank you, God, creator of all things known and unknown. Please guide my best to live this message on the highest possible frequency for the divine alignment for all those involved. Divine wisdom, power, and glory. I honor all those who have come before me. There was this other thing about doing the things that you love. I know I haven't been on here in a while, and I've been going through my own cycles and my own life lessons, but we are on here sporadically when we are being assigned to. Okay, so if you guys would like a personal reading, hit me up. Let's get back to the shuffle. Thank you, God, creator of all things known and unknown. Please guide my vessel with this message on the highest positive frequency for divine alignment for all those involved. Divine wisdom, power, and glory. Honor all those who come before me. You're divinely respected and protected from the crown of your head to the soles of your feet. Praise God in all tongues, all languages. Okay, there was something earlier we were talking when Spirit was talking to me earlier about when you're in transient, you want to make sure that you're staying positive. What does transient mean? It means when you're leaving one cycle to enter another, right? You guys, at this point, if you're listening to my readings, you realize how cyclic your life is, right? You start noticing patterns. These are the people who I read for. Okay, when you're starting to like wake up to what's really going on. Okay, so Spirit's asking for you to think positively about this. When you're in transient, when you're leaving one paradigm to move to another, if you're leaving one timeline to shift to another, you want to keep your mind and everything grounded and centered into positive thinking. Why? The reason why is because you're in transit, right? Just like if you were traveling in some place, you want to be present and you want to be alert, right? Okay, so you want that alertness to be grounded in positive thinking. This way you don't backslide into a paradigm or a lesson that you've already overcame. Okay? Anything else? Yeah, there's something about, I think that's something about that. What I just said is about pride and shame. Okay, so here we go. We have the first Spellbreaker card. This is from my personal deck, Divinations, the Energy Readers Oracle deck. If you guys would like to purchase, hit me up on Instagram. Victimization is what came out. Okay, victimization occurs when the mind tries to make sense of a traumatic experience. It is a passive defense to express the lingering pain of an experience. These experiences may be self-inflicted or passed down through your bloodline or circumstances. When events out of your control strike you with a force, use your current elements to your advantage. Healing comes with understanding and gratitude for the opportunity to make a better future. Like any true alchemist, you can grow stronger in any situation and in any environment. Your divine breath was given with purpose. Okay? To break the spell of victimization, you can say, I am victorious in conquering challenges. I am accountable for my resonance and I choose to move forward. I operate from a place of love, not fear. My divine breath was given with purpose. Okay, so I think this is going back to the theme about pride versus shame. Okay, so we're not saying that nothing has ever happened to you or you haven't been victimized. The point of what we're trying to say right now in this space and time is that you're leaving an old paradigm in which that victimization occurred and left this kind of traumatic effect in you, or entering into a new healed version of you. Okay, this is why Spirit is asking for you to stay positive about this. High key, it's a win. Okay, if you let go the burden of being called a victim or walking in victimization, right, you can only now attract something at a higher frequency. Okay, this is why we heal. We don't we don't nag people to do the work, or the work to actually let go of all of the garbage that has stuck onto our energy field, just because, like, you know, we want to, I guess, promote ourselves or feed our egos. So the reason why we're saying this is because we collectively want people to shake off all that nastiness in order to ascend in consciousness, so that we can collectively, the readings would be more positive. Okay, do you see what I'm saying? If you personally as a cell are operating at your optimum selves, okay, then collectively we can be a healthy body. Okay, we're not separate from one another. Okay, this is why people who are living in fear, it's like it dims the light of the collective. You understand? So even though you are responsible for your own personal world, we're talking about the world as a collective. This is why we want our brothers and sisters to be better. We want them to have a healthier mindset, a healthier environment. We want that. Okay. My divine breath was given with purpose. Someone needs to repeat that. Okay. Someone is also struggling with breathing or speaking up for oneself, and I think that's tied into the victimization thing. Okay, so maybe you want to do some throat chakra work. There's tons of things on YouTube. I'm trying to see if I can suggest something for you right now. Is there anything for throat chakra stuff? They're saying yes. Shall you proceed? Yes, indeed. Okay, yes. So throat chakra work. Speaking up for oneself. I think you can start off by writing out your thoughts, and then reciting them. So if you feel victimized in some type of way, you can break that victimization by using your voice, okay? And taking back your power in any kind of way that you see fit. High key, it's a win. Shall you proceed? Yes, indeed. Absence of fear, okay? Even if you're feeling like you can't do it, this is why we're recommending that you write it down first, so this way you can overcome that fear, but make sure that you do it. Even when we're facing fear, we must always still move forward. I do feel like there's one more card here. God, is there anything else? One more. High key, it's a win. Think positively about this. Yeah, if you're facing something where you got to speak up for yourself, demand. Yeah. Okay, thank you. Demand. Was it self-advocacy? That's really what the energy is. Think positively about the outcome, okay? Don't be scared to speak up for yourself, okay? And then we have Scorpio energy on the board. Did someone place an order for death and rebirth? This energy is sexy, alluring, and mysterious. When this energy is present, transformation is inevitable. You can adapt and overcome any situation. It is now time to forge a new successful lane of your own. This can be done while maintaining genuine love toward those you keep close. In the positive polarity, energetically powerful and transmutation of energy. In the negative polarity, destructive to the point of chaos. Be mindful of throwing the baby out with the bathwater. You do not have to torch the earth to start anew. Okay? So, to get the overarching, you are definitely in transition of leaving one life behind and transitioning into another. So that's beautiful. That is beautiful. It is a transformational season, so you don't have to throw everybody out. Remember, your divine breath was given with purpose, so you just speak truth to power. As long as whatever you're doing is not causing a chaotic situation, right? Allow that transformation to be completed. These timeline changes or evolution, soul evolution, it doesn't have to be ugly. Okay, these interactions don't have to be dramatic. You don't need all the works and the, you know, the headlines and all of this stuff. Okay, you can conquer your challenges very peacefully. Okay, remember, this is a soul journey, like I was saying. So you do things individually for yourself. Okay, you are forging a successful lane of your own. All right, so just make sure that you are not torching or burning bridges that's unnecessary. Okay, you're just choosing to move forward in a positive direction. Okay, all right, so we're gonna go a little deeper. I know I've been away for a little bit, so I'm gonna just give y'all like this generic 10-minute, I say 11-minute overarching. We're gonna go into a deeper read. We're gonna be using the Golden Wheel Tarot. We're looking for anything that's going to give insight onto what exactly we're talking about here. We had Scorpio energy on the board, right? Someone is leaving an old cycle, going into a new one. They're saying to keep moving forward, or we are saying to keep moving forward. High key, it's a win. Think positively about the new direction that you're going into. Okay, we do have the Sun card out. Right, this is a card of a great deal of happiness, a really big deal of self evaluation and accomplishment. It's also seeing a lot of confidence. Okay, confidence in oneself. They're also asked, what is this? So we do have the Hangman here. Is this in reverse? Okay, it is upright. Okay. Okay, all right. So they're saying that your change in perspective in the positive direction will bring forth a great deal of happiness. Okay, and this is like an infinite. So you're about to leave something behind that you will never return to. Okay, once you choose love, not fear. That's a big yes, but the only thing I was just thinking about was the love, not fear part, right? Hate. I operate from a place of love, not fear. Okay, so what the idea behind that is that you are not moving from a place of insecurity, okay? Or saying because you are scared not to move forward, that's why you're not moving forward. Make sure the decisions that you make come from a genuine love for either yourself, for something that you actually do enjoy, like you have this feeling of happiness when you are like with it. All right, not from a place of fear or a lack mentality where it's just like, well, I gotta stay with this person or I gotta stay with this job, even though I'm feeling victimized in a situation because of whatever lack reason. Like I need it for financial support. Or I need whatever the situation is that you're going to keep reading for. It's just about the resonance of the situation. Okay, guys, so be mindful. Whatever it is that is coming up in your mind, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, but remember, it's a collective read, so it's going to look different in everyone's personal storyline. But whatever situation that you're about to make a change, right? Because we're in transient right now. You are going to have to make that decision solely based on what is making you happy, what is bringing you soul fulfillment, what is the thing that you actually love. Okay, this is an inevitable transformation. That's what we are all solely heading toward. Okay, not moving from a place of lack or fearful things, but truly trusting the God within. Okay. Changing one's perspective. Yeah, once you make that decision to move forward and you actually commit to that timeline, there isn't going back. Like you could never tell this story of victimization the same way again. High key, it's a win. Page of Wheels, is that correct? That didn't feel correct. Page of Wheels. Page of Wheels, upright. Okay. Page of Pentacles. Stay grounded. What is this? Confidence. Having confidence in one's own happiness. Okay. All right, I'm going to read it. There's something in the book that needs to be said. Chance. This card favors the resolution of everyday practical issues. There are opportunities to improve the situation and to start something new. It indicates consultation or other forms of support. It is possible to acquire new useful knowledge, the beginning of new business, and important developments. News, enthusiasm, and a good offer. All right, so once you actually commit to this timeline and you're able to think positively about where we're going, okay, like I said, it's inevitable, right? You're going to see the benefits of this. This is why you can't double back, because if you go back, whatever is about to come in will say, oh, you're not a vibrational match to what this gift that we're giving you, so you're going to head back, okay? You need to go forward. All right, is there anything else from this deck? Yeah, so I know we all come from different levels of reality here, and so some of those things become very traumatic, but as you keep moving on your journey and deciding to put that love for yourself, or being that person for yourself that you weren't able to have when you were growing up, or whatever, in transient when you were going through the stages of life, things start to change. Your reality changes, your perspective changes, and so therefore your reality changes. This is why the Hangman's here. This is how life is actually set up. Okay, so they just keep saying think positively about this. Keep moving forward. Is there anything else? Is there anything else? Yes. Yeah, the true test right now in transient is to not think negatively. Okay, I heard someone is very worried about making the incorrect choice. The whole idea is, what is making you happy? Now, if that happiness is grounded in a seed of nonsense, or I want to say fear. I'm going to say nonsense. Is that something I can say? No, I can't say that. Okay. What is the words? Just stay rooted. Yeah. We can't stop you from your life lessons. That's there isn't like a good or bad thing. Okay. But I just heard someone in particular was like, well, what if, I'm scared because I heard something morality was something in the air with that. Okay. So if you're hearing me and I'm saying do what makes you happy, that needs to be true across the board, regardless of where you're going or what you're fearful of, like in the future. You need to make sure that whatever it is you're doing, it's coming from a place of love. All right. And if it is true love, it will stand the test of time. If not, you'll be ushered into another transient, another either life lesson, which we welcome, right? We don't move out of fear. Sometimes you gotta just make a decision and stick with it. All right. Death and rebirth, but you can't go backwards. That's what I just heard. Okay. Is there anything else from the messages of the angels deck? Absence of fear. I keep hearing that. Okay. What you got? Archangel Uriel. Your emotions are healing, which enables you to open to greater love. I will help you release anger and unforgiveness from your heart and mind. Okay. That's required for the releasing of the victimization. I am victorious in conquering all challenges. Let's say that. I am victorious in conquering all challenges. I am accountable for my resonance, and I choose to move forward. All right, now I know these things are just thought form. So if you say them with your divine given breath, okay, you will hear yourself in your subconsciousness, especially if what I'm reading right now is accurate for your current timeline. Okay, you're already open to it. Okay, so you just need to solidify it and don't give in to fear. You got to walk solid in the path that you chose. Okay, this is the life I chose. Remember that song? All right, so then we have Zana. You are protected from all types of harm. The worst is now behind you. I'm asking you to relax and feel safe. Okay, we're not taking that stuff into the next shift. Okay, we're not taking it. So it's okay to feel your emotions, right? But for particularly if I'm talking to you right now, you have already done the healing work for this. You're just needing that little extra push, like, shall I proceed? And the answer is yes, indeed. Okay, yes, indeed. Here you go. There's proof. It came out, right? Yes, indeed. Shall you proceed? Yes, indeed. Okay, think positively about this. High key, it's a win. Okay, if you guys like to go further into this reading, again, it was a collective read, but if this was resonating, hit me up on Instagram and I will schedule a time to do a personal reading. All right, and then just on the cut, I'm just gonna leave you guys with this last one because I just happened to cut it, and it said, Isabella, yes, the timing is right for this new venture. A happy outcome follows your positive expectations. So I know it sounds cliche, but this is what the reading is, particularly for you in your space and time. Think positively about this. Both Isabella, how we started is how we're ending, which is nice. Okay, think positively about this, and the worst is now behind you. Okay, there's no more victimization. You got this. Alrighty.